Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tweetener, of course. And in this video, I'm going to give my first impressions on the matchmaking, on the competitive matchmaking in TF2. I did have a chance to play during the third stress test, which was the first European friendly one. I have to admit I was really nervous in the beginning, especially since I never played competitive before, so I was really scared, but oh my god, it was a tremendous amount of fun. It's probably the most fun that I had in Team Fortress 2 in months, I think. Yeah, pretty much. This was very satisfying to get, for example, one kill against the medic that almost had supercharge ready to go to hit that soldier out of the air, you know. It was very satisfying, a lot of fun to play. I did hear a whole bunch of horror stories on Reddit and whatnot about people, like for example having 3 snipers, 2 people leaving at the start of a match. And it wasn't as bad for me. I did have a few, I think I played about 6 or 7 matches in total. And I did have 2 of them that weren't as great. I had one that was 5 against 6, and we were on a 5-man team. And it was okay, we did lose, but it was still kind of fun. And we did have a match that was 3 against 5. That one was pretty off. So, but overall it hasn't been that bad, to be honest. I was even just surprised that most people actually know what classes to pick. Actually, I'm surprised that we most of the time actually had 2 soldiers, one medic, 1 demo man, and 2 scouts. Occasionally a scout was a prio or a sniper or whatever, or spy. But most of the time people actually know what classes to pick. I only had one time where I actually had to switch to medic myself because there wasn't one. And most of the time I was actually a soldier, because I have the advantage that I'm playing TF2  2 on an SSD, so I'm usually the first one to load up into a server. So I'm usually the first person to be able to pick a class out of the 12 people that joined, so I'm usually the first one, so this was pretty enjoyable. So overall it has been a pretty good experience. There were some server issues, which a lot of people raged upon, a lot of people lose their shit. But guys, you need to remember this is a stress test. This is what stress tests are for. You need to keep that in mind. I mean, now they know that their servers are not going to be able to take all of these people that play at the same time, so they are going to upgrade their servers. And now they know what to do. There were also a lot of bugs here and there. I even had one bug that was really annoying, where one person left the server and we could only move by congaing. I kid you not, only by congaing, and sticky jumping and rocket jumping also worked, but really enough we just went to the middle point where just doing the conga, and when somebody joins the game started again from where we were standing still. So we actually got an advantage by doing the conga. That was really funny, and I imagined they are probably going to fix that eventually. Now, how do you play this? How do you play competitive? Well, either when the stress test is going on, or when you're invited to the beta, you will see a button on the main menu that says Play Competitive. You will simply press that, and from there it's pretty similar to queuing up for MVM. On competitive, you do have left side of the screen, you do have your level displayed and some stats. Your level seems to be tied in with your rating, because I did see my level going down a little bit. Well, my experience, or I don't know, this isn't an RPG, I know, but I did see my level going down a little bit in that bar after losing a match, so I think that that's going to be your rating, if you will. And you can also invite people, if you have friends to play with, or you have an entire team, competitive team, you can of course invite these people. And then you wait for server to load up, and you get put in the match. Then it's basically just a waiting game kind of. You wait till everybody joined, and then you press F4 again, a bit similar to MVM. And in the meantime, you can of course move out on the map. You can practice a little bit, so you practice your rollouts, your rocket jumping, whatever, or practice against the enemies. And then you just play your match when the round starts. You get cool graph showing up these people versus these people, right versus blue. It's very cool. It's very well designed, and it's pretty standard 6v6. And by the way, actually Actually, also saw like a button in the queue up menu that's where you could switch the mode from 6v6 to 9 versus 9. I think that would also be pretty interesting to see. I'm not sure. I hope they are going to restrict the classes somewhat because I would hate to have like 5 soldiers on one team, but we see what happens with that. It's obviously not completed yet because you couldn't even play it during the stress test. So. And at the end of the match, you basically get like a cool victory screen. And on the victory screen, which is, I thought was insanely cool to have in TF2, you can do our stuff, even though most people just do our dicks on the other people's faces. But still funny, and you can dance, and I thought it was insanely cool to have something like that. Then you get little scoreboards at the end, at the very end. It also gives you like a medal how well you performed. If you did like a ton of damage, you get like a golden medal, you know. So I thought it was really cool and very well designed. So obviously I think that's pretty much finished already. Just have to like iron out the bugs and the matchmaking style so that the people that leave get actually replaced. There are some problems with the competitive matchmaking right now, of course. For example, there's no class limits. You can have like, as I said in the beginning, can have like 3 snipers on one team. It can happen. It's unlikely that people are going to be that stupid with. I think there should be like a way to like queue up as a class, like be able to select your like primary class that you like to play and the secondary and tertiary class that you like to play as. Like for example, I can queue up as a like soldier main, and it will try to find a game where I can play solely as, but in the case it doesn't work, like I can still select a secondary one that it can like put me up with for demo man, for example, and that tertiary class if it really can't find the game where I can play either soldier or demo man that can perhaps select medic, you know. I think that would be really cool to add something like that. Another problem is the weapons. There's nothing banned. That's kind of thing with the competitive matchmaking right now. It kind of uses the public rules. There's no like class limits. There's no weapons being banned. There are going to be, especially at high skill level, there are going to be some overpowered combinations. Like imagine a competitive engineer using this short circuit and the rescue ranger. That's going to be insanely difficult to deal with. And like a scout with a Coca-Cola and the soda popper. That's going to be quite annoying to deal with. Because critical can be quite powerful in the hands of a competitive player. You can probably also pick up weapons, which I imagine is going to be really annoying. I think that's actually banned in competitive right now, to pick up weapons. Especially like medicans. If you can, in the best case scenario, you can have 2 Uberstars in a row because you're picking up the enemy's medicant. That's going to be, I think they might want to do something about that, to be honest. But I also find it really interesting, just before the third stress test is they removed CTF from the rotation. But it's also said like in the patch notes, like we removed CTF from the rotation for now. So I hope they don't re-add that, to be honest, because we pretty much know as in the competitive community, they pretty much know by now that CTF doesn't really work in competitive. So I really hope they don't really add that back in. Because it's very stalemate and stuff, and people generally don't like that very much. And I think for these reasons, I don't think this built-in competitive matchmaking will replace current competitive tournaments. I think this is mainly going to be used as like a new lobby system, like an in-game lobby system. Lobbies are basically like practice matches. They're not like you can't win anything. It's just like if you look for a team or you look at practice, then you can do like a lobby and queue up with other people. Until now, this has always been like third-party sites that have been using that system. Or they have to like balance stuff out, so they have to like change stuff dramatically. But then again, like if they're going to like balance out a lot of weapons, I feel that we have not the degrees on our hands, where they're going to like change so much that it's just like not worth using it anymore. And the way I feel like they're going to like sacrifice public matches, the experience that you're having in public matches for competitive. That's going to be a little bit of a difficult situation, because I don't want the degrees and nerf to happen again to another weapon that I like to use. So as a conclusion, competitive matchmaking has been really fun. It has been a tremendous amount of fun. I hope to play it again really soon. It looks very promising, but I think it's easy for them to make the wrong decision or something. It's easy for them to like take the wrong route, the wrong decision, and mess things up completely. So I hope that doesn't happen. Thanks for watching, and take care, folks.